Thank you very much. Phil here with you tonight as we get set for volleyball match action from the Richland Center High School field house. Both teams going to the sidelines. Dodgeville comes in with a record of 3-3, and they are coached by Maggie Doherty in her first year as head coach at Dodgeville. And also for Dodgeville, they come in with a few seniors on the roster, total of 4. Otherwise, a fairly young squad with a total of 3 sophomores and a total of 6 juniors on the roster this year. For the Hornets coming in with a little bit more season experience than the last time we saw them. Seniors playing including Rainey Walsh, Danica Pauls, Taylor Wirtz, and also for the Hornets, their managers, Ella Cairns and Abigail Williams, making up the team. Tatum Razik, the libero player, leading the way as a libero player, so they really have maybe a little bit more veteran team and starting to come together a little bit more. As I mentioned, in sole possession of second place coming into the night at 4-2 in the Southwest Wisconsin Conference. And in terms of homecoming night, well, it's certainly a special night. The volleyball team will also have poster night. The team will sign posters after the completion of this varsity match. So if you're in the area, come on out and get a poster signed, a little keepsake for your room. Put it on your wall. The Hornet Homecoming 2025 also with a very special program and honoring the 2025 Outstanding Alumni who will be officially inducted on Friday. They include Francis Zeller and Philomena Poole. So congratulations to both. Right now is our national anthem time. Dodgeville versus Richland Center coming up next. WRCO.com.
event. Attendance at this event requires you to be positive and display respectful behavior. Now, without further delay, our starting lineup for the Dodgeville Dodgers. Number 1, Kira Hazard. Number 4, Kylie Spadova. Number 8, Libero, Emma Dorff. Number 9, Jenna Johnson. Number 11.
Here are the Dodgeville starters. First of all, number 1, a senior, Kira Hazard. Number 4, Kylie Spadova, senior. Number 9, Jenna Johnson, a sophomore. Number 11, Caitlin Bush, a senior. Number 13, Marty McGraw, a junior. Number 14, Addison Riley, a junior. And the Libero player is number 8, sophomore. And this hour. It's a let's go up 1-0 here in the match. And Richland will get the side off and the ball. So they'll rotate around, and serving will be Ella Clements. Here's the serve. Fielded by Dodgeville. They'll take it back to the middle. Pushing it to the right side. 2-0. Ellie Rice knocks it down, gets the block for RC, and they go up by a score of 2-0. Next serve by Clements, fielded by Dodgeville. There's the pass to Stavella back to the right side, taking a swing. Shot is in the way and in as the Hornets trying to move it, couldn't quite come up with it. Caitlin Esch put the charge into one, and Dodgeville is on the board, 2-1. They will serve. Richland Center in serve-receive mode. Here's the serve. Fielded backward there by Racing. Got a little on it. And now driving in there, trying to make the play. Is Allen Lawrence, and the ball caroms out of bounds. First pass was a little low, and Dodgeville leads it by a score of 2-2 here in this homecoming match. The Dodgers will serve again. This one is going to be Lawrence. Nice job getting the serve down to the floor. That was, again, number 11, Caitlin Esch. So Dodgeville takes the lead at 3-2. She will serve again. Powerful serve, working on that back row Richland Center. Here's the serve again. This one to the right side. Three ball back over, and Dodgeville pounces on it, tries to block it. It's out of bounds. Adeline Works had an excellent dig on that one, which again was a tough serve, and Dodgeville misplays it at the net to make the score 3-3. Danica Paul starts all the way near the student section. Serving across the gym. Here's the dig by Doherty. Back to the left side shot by Dodgeville. One-hand save by Walsh. Stagola with the set. There it's back to Wellington and then bumped over by Raleigh. And then a diving in, and the Hornets can't make the play. Another low pass. And hit number 2, diving Wirtz. Couldn't quite get it. And now Dodgeville takes the lead at 4-3. The libero player, Emma Doherty, will serve this one up. And here it comes. That one to the left side, fielded by Pauls. Now passed to the right side. Raise it, gets it over. Dodgeville tries again in the middle. That one is going to be hit over the top by Wellington. Pushed back by the right. Blocked by Dodgeville, and there it goes. Janet Johnson gets the final spot there and makes it a 5-3 ball game. Johnson gets the first point tonight, and Doherty will serve. Here's the serve to the Hornets, fielded by Pauls. There is the set left side, taking a long arc is Wirtz with a pass. Dodgeville takes it to the right side. Johnson gets it over. This one played by Weiss. Right back to it from left. And it's going to be into the net. And that'll be a point for Dodgeville as they double it up now. The Hornets 6-3. RC in serve-receive mode, just kind of trying to get in sync, in step here tonight. There's a line drive serve, fielded by Paul's back row. Now Walsh with a pass to the left side, bumped over the top by Wirtz. Here's Dodgeville trying it again from the right side, rainbowed over by Johnson. Here's the set by Walsh, left side shot by Gander. Dodgeville almost misplayed it, they'll keep it going now. Pushing it over is Johnson. Set by Walsh to the left side, Wirtz takes a swing and got it. And the Hornets make it 6-4. Adeline Wirtz with her first kill. Hornets rotate around. Taylor Wirtz is into the front left. And into serve is Aubrey Colstead. So the Hornets rotate around, and here is Colstead's serve. That one does quickly, but fielded now by Stadola. Back to the right side, taking a shot is Johnson. Nice play there by Razor. Kept alive. Colstead to Wirtz. Fires it over. Here's the set by Dodgeville to the left side. Riley gets it in. 7-4. Dodgeville takes a 3-point lead. In for the Dodgers, number 2, Emily Riley. She is a sophomore. And Emily will serve. Richland Center in serve-receive mode. Whistle sound. They're going to check some numbers at the scorer's table. Veteran officiating crew, Mark Flanagan and Rick Laufenberg. I see them all 3 seasons. They do basketball, they do baseball and softball, and do volleyball tonight. Here's the serve. Wirtz brings it back to the net, and the ball pushed over by Wirtz. Wirtz to Wirtz, back to the right side. Here's Dodgeville. Get the swing, and hit by Wellington. That makes it 8-4. Wellington gets the kick. Serving for Dodgeville again is Emily Riley. Riley with the approach, line drive serve, back row. It's just out of bounds, says the line judge. And a service error. Hornets will gain a point. And the serve. 8-5 here in the opening set at Richland Center High School. They're in homecoming week. Bill Lee with you tonight. And setting now, or serving, I should say, is Razor. There's the serve. Dug by Dodgeville to keep it at the net. Ball they're waiting for that set, which kind of crept over on the Richland Center side, and that makes it 8-6. Serving will be the Hornets, so that one is a net serve that does not make it over, and Dodgeville gains a point, and the serve makes the score 9-6 here in the opening set. Dodgeville again gets the whistle with a couple of dribbles. There's a line drive serve. Fielded by Razor. There's a set by Colstead. Now punched over by Pauls. Back row, Stadola in the front row, centers it for Dodgeville. Ash takes a swing. Fielded by Taylor Wirtz. Colstead to the left side. And Adeline Wirtz down the line that one. Down by Dodgeville. Back to the right side. Shot through the net by Johnson. And the Hornets getting a side out. 9-7 score. Serving for Richland Center is number 12, Adeline Wirtz. Starts way back out of bounds line for basketball. Then the run up, drives over. Dodgeville with a set to the middle, taking a power shot and for Caitlin Esch. That was a real nice work of art there. Gets it down, and Dodgeville will take the serve. Here comes the serve by Dodgeville. That one is out of bounds. They just missed, and that'll make the score 10-8, I believe. The scoreboard got a little bit behind. They're going to check on that. Now Richland Center getting set for a substitution. It's going to be number 20. J.C. Gander comes into the lineup. Rainey Walsh rotates to the back row. And we'll get it set up here in just a moment. Checking on the numbers. Should be 10-8. Still says 10-7 on the board. Here's the serve. This one fielded by Dodgeville. This ball handled on the right side. They'll keep it going. And no, that's hit number 4. First pass was a little off guard. It went behind the judge. And then they centered it back, but couldn't get it over on the third hit. And that's a point. 10-9 now the score. Here's the serve by Walsh. Dumped by Dodgeville. Stagola in the middle. Ash comes it in. Caitlin Esch makes it an 11-9 lead for Dodgeville here tonight. In the lineup, number 13, Marley McGraw, a junior. Dodgeville front left, and here we go for the serve, the Dodgers. Hornets on the far side. Pauls pops it up, chasing it down is Alan Wirtz, and now Rainey Walsh takes it over the shoulder and got over. Stagola sets here on the right side. J.C. Gander, Clemens tuning up, and that makes it 11-10. Richland Center gets the side out. So this one back and forth. Nobody's had a real long run in this one. And the Hornets trail by 1. Here's the serve by Clements. Fielded by Doherty. Set to an inside shot by McGraw. Back row and saved by Wirtz. Pushed over now by Pauls. Dodgeville can't get it over and hit the return. And the Hornets have tied it. 11-11 here in the opener at Richland Center High School. Lining up to serve is Ella Clements. Pounds this one back row. Cut off by Ash. Pass to the right side. Riley drives it over. Fielded down by Wirtz. Walsh to the left side. Pauls takes it. Runs it over the block and it hits on the hard side. Dodgeville takes the lead. 12-11. We're just 3 weeks away from the WRAA tournament. Couple of weeks of regular season matches yet. Here's the serve, fielded back row there by Razor. Low pass to the net. Hornets can't find the hand on that one, and Dodgeville goes up by 2. 13-11. Ash gets the whistle. And here's the serve. That one cut off now by Clements. Saved by Razor. Clements for the back row. Wow! All the way to the back row of Dodgeville. Will work up the middle. There's Wellington working over. In the back L, and that'll make it 14-11 in favor of the Dodgers. Dodgeville will serve again. We're up by 3 after the Hornets tie the score. That's an ace. That makes it 15-11 on a nice serve by Caitlin Esch. And a timeout is going to be taken by the Hawks. 15-11, Dodgeville leads in the opener. High school volleyball coming your way tonight from WRCL and WRCL.com. On the Wish Sports Hall of Fame here. We have some notes to share with you, the Filmy flip phone, and some things to look at tonight during our broadcast. First of all, in the conference, River Valley 1-0 over Prairie du Chien, and Platteville 1-0 leaders over Lancaster in Southwest Conference Volleyball. We're back to it, 15-11 Dodgeville in the opener. Here's the serve. Pauls gets the dig. Walsh with the save. Back it goes to Pauls, and she puts it in. Let's get Danica in the act there. That's her first point to my record tonight, 15-12. And Danica will serve again. Pauls will move to the far side. A couple of dribbles in there. Here's the approach. And a line drive serve. Nice good there by Dodgeville. Set back to the middle. Knocked it over. And nice hit by Marley McGraw. And Dodgeville gains that point back. They lead 16-12. Remember, the text, word to text this hour is LAUGH, L-A-U-G-H, in case you missed it. Statewide, multi-state text-to-win contest. Go for the green and gold. Text word this hour is LAUGH. Here's the serve by Dodgeville. There's a shot by the Hornets, taken in for offside. That one works and just missed as that one goes out of bounds. It is 17-12. Dodgeville now by 5. And looking back on my screens, I believe that was the highest. That's the biggest lead for Dodgeville. Here's the serve by Doherty, fielded by Pauls. Rainey Walsh sets it up to the left side. Taking over is Alan Works. Back row, Dodgeville. To the front left. Here's a shot by Johnson. Diving good. Pauls. Slapped back by Dodgeville. Pauls made an incredible save, but a corner left and Dodgeville on the other side made the big swing. Wellington makes it an 18-12 Dodgeville lead. Last time these two teams played, it went 5. Dodgeville leads by 6 in the opener. There's the serve. Dug there by Raisin. Hornets work it back in the middle. Weiss takes it over. Back row, Dodgeville. Esch to the right side, and McGraw drives it out of bounds. Just missed, and the Hornets gain a point. 18-13. Aubrey Colstead is in to serve for Richland Center. And in on the front left is Taylor Wentz. There's the approach and the serve. Cut off to the near side by Esch. Set to the middle. Wellington shot. Wow, nice block. That makes it 18-14. So Ellaby back in motion. Gets back to the front row. That's her second block kill of the opening set. Here's the approach by Aubrey Colstead. Fielded now by Dodgeville. There's a set to the near side. Johnson takes it over. Pauls back row to Colstead. There's a quick set. Shot is Wilson shot by Dodgeville. They score. Janet Johnson got up on that one to make it 19-14. And in the serve for the Dodgers is Emily Riley. Emily comes up, running serve on the right side. Dug there by Razek. Colstead left side, Works, takes the angle. Diving play by Doherty. Save, now the hit by Dodgeville leads it 20-14. So Jenna Johnson gets into the act, scores a couple of points in a row here in that middle for the Dodgers, and timeout for the ball to be retrieved and chased down. Even head coaches have to do that. Jenny Johnson finds it and brings it back. Here comes the serve by Emily Riley, fielded now by Raisin. Colstead sets it up nicely for Weiss. Ellaby takes it over, back row, played down by Dodgeville, and pass left. Johnson takes it over. He is on fire, right down the line and down here. That makes it 21-14. Dodgeville, 2 kills in a row for Jenna Johnson. Dodgeville leads by 7. There's the serve. Raise it. Colstead brings it to the left side. Works. Taps it over. Fielded now by Riley. Back to the middle. Now punched over by Johnson. Fielded by Works. Back to the inside. Taylor Works. And it's a net violation on Dodgeville. So the Hornets steal the tie. They get a point. 21-15 the score here in the opening set. Back to serve. For the Hornets, number 11, Tatum Raisin. There's the serve. Fielded by Dodgeville. Pass to the near side. Punched over there by Jenna Johnson. Back row, now to the front middle. Shot over the top. Nice job by the Hornets, as they got a nice hit there from Clements. Pushed back by Johnson. Hornets work it again. Raisin. Hornets will serve again. Here comes Razik with the line drive serve. Fielded by Doherty. There's the set. Back to the right goal. It's going to be blocked there by Wirtz. Now set up. Dodgeville gets it back over. Adeline makes the play. Colstead back in the middle. Clemens drives it over. Fielded now by Dodgeville. Pass to the left side. Johnson hits it on the right. And the Hornets go another point. 21-17. Dodgeville will use a timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Dodgeville leading the opener 21-17 tonight over Richland Center. You're listening to high school volleyball from Hornet Homecoming on WRCO and WRCO.com. On the Filmy flip phone, sponsored by Wyconnect Wireless, Wonderwalk Center has defeated Necedah in the opener. They lead 1-0. And we told you earlier, River Valley and Platteville both won opening sets over Prairie du Chien and Lancaster, respectively. Here at Richland Center High School, 21-17. Hornets serve. Dodgeville leading by 4. There's the set, and getting it over the top is Tadova. Hornets work it back to the right. Shot over the top by Taylor. Fielded by Doherty, and they'll get it to the right side, Johnson. And she'll drive it over. Dug by Wirtz, gets it back from Pauls, pops it over. Fielded by Dodgeville again. A tough pass for Johnson. That one's going to be out of bounds. And the Hornets go to another point, 21-18. So Dodgeville trying to get back in step. There was a moment where they could do no wrong and get a 7-point lead. And now it is down to 3. Here's the serve. Dug by Dodgeville. There's the set to the back row and popped over the top that time. Oh, good that time. Wirtz, my goodness, putting it over his stomach. And then Dodgeville gets on this win as Wellington. There's the kill. 22-18. That's amazing. Adeline Wirtz somehow got a pancake dig on that one. Serving is Dodgeville. This one on the near side, dug by Razik. Holstead sets it up, far side. Clemens takes a shot. That one is just out of bounds. And it is 23-18 Dodgeville. Dodgeville's Anna Wellington will serve. Dodgeville back up by 5. Here's the serve. Fielded now by Razik. Here's the pass to the left side. Pauls takes a shot. Dodgeville cuts it. And it goes down. It's a point for the Hornets. 23-19. And to serve will be Kiara Hazer, one of the original starters for the Dodgers. Actually, no, I take that back. She's not serving, but she does come into the back row. Serving for Richland Center is number 12, Adeline Wirtz. Here comes the serve. Knuckleball near side. Doherty fields it. There's the set. Shot by Esch. Got it over. And that was a violation on the Hornets on the net. So that makes it game point for the Dodgers, 24-19. Dodgeville rotates Addison Riley back in the front row. And here is the serve by Dodgeville. Fielded by Razik. There's a set for Pauls. Takes a shot. 24-20. And it's bounced back with a good kill. And they'll rotate Rainey Walsh back in. And J.C. Gander as well. 24-20. Dodgeville still with game point in the opener tonight. Rainey gets the whistle. Here's the run-up and the serve. Fielded by Dodgeville. Out to Stabilla. Back in the middle. Softly tapped over by Esch. Hornets get it to Pauls on the left side. Takes a shot. And this one belongs to Dodgeville. They win the opener. 25-20 in the final. Set number 2 is coming up in just a little bit here after a quick timeout. You're listening to high school volleyball coverage from WRCO, FM 100.9 in Richland Center and WRCO.com.
Tonight's winning 50-50 raffle ticket number. Check your tickets. The winning number is 06504495. Again, 06504495.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. In the opening set for Dodgeville, they win it 25-20. Leading the way unofficially, Anna Wellington with 4 kills, Jenna Johnson with 3, and 2 aces from Caitlin Esch. For the Hornets, a couple of blocks for Elvie Weiss, and 2 kills for Danica Falls, and a kill for Adam Lewis. And Dodgeville winning the first time against Richland Center. And they have a 3-3 in the conference coming up. They lost to Lancaster in the 3 sets. They defeated the Hornets 3-2 on September 11th. They defeated Florida 2-3, lost to Buckville in 3, lost to Illinois in 3, and then defeated Lancaster 3-2 the second time around. So certainly showing a little bit of improvement are the Dodgers. Only flip phone showing River Valley now leading 2-0 over Prairie du Chien in Southwest Wisconsin Conference Volleyball. And again, the Hornets soccer team 1-0 over Dodge Point earlier tonight. This hour's word to text in the text to win contest is LAUGH, L-A-U-G-H. Here we go, set number 2, Hornets to my right, and here's the serve. Dodgeville fields it, quick set for the middle, taking a shot, and there it goes. Hit the rush, with a big hit, and that makes it 1-0. Esch with the kill, and Dodgeville rotates in Marley McGraw, and they will serve. Big crowd on hand, student section. Today was, I know a lot of people wear the pajamas. Maybe it was take a nap day or something like that. Pajama day. Here's the serve, fielded by Richland Center. Randy Walsh passes near side. Gander gets it over for the Hornets. And here's the pass by Doherty, taking a shot. That one is out of bounds on the attempt by McGraw. And the Hornets have tied the score. 1-1. Hornets will serve. Should have dress-up days at the radio station. Here comes the serve by Clements. Fielded by Doherty. Stadola passes left side, taking a shot. McGraw. One of saved by Walsh. Back to the Dodgers and Dodgeville. Hornets and 7 lines in the middle. With 2-1 here in the second. Richland Center coming in. Pitch fire. Getting stuck a little bit here today. There's the serve by Clements. Led by Doherty. They plunge into the stands. And the Hornets take a 3-1 lead. And ace from Ella Clements. She will serve again. Here comes the line drive serve. Doherty lets it hit. It drops down. The Hornets take a 4-1 lead. 2 aces in a row for Richland Center, and they lead by 3. Trying to bounce back in this one. Dodgeville in the first trailed early and then took a pretty substantial lead. So win it when they want to bring it by 5. Dodgeville works on the left side, taking a shot, and he's on the bounce. And the Hornets lead by a score of 5-1. So Dodgeville serve. Clements. Toward the back row. Now takes a couple of steps and serves it. Fielded by Dodgeville. They play the turn off the net. That block back to the Hornets. Ball on the right side. Paul takes a shot. Got it down. 6-1 Hornets. With the kill. And Ella Clements will keep on. RC by 5, their biggest lead of the night. There's the serve. Fielded by Gordy. Off to the left side. Pass by the ground. Now taking a shot. And getting it in. Here's Carson Riley. And that makes it a 6-2 ball game. Riley gets her first kill. And Dodgeville will serve. There's Caitlin Esch with a walk-up line drive serve. Let's go. 7-2 Richland Center back on top. By 5 here in this Southwest Wisconsin Conference match. Danica Pauls starts all the way to the far side, and here's the serve. Fielded by Doherty, and now passed by Esch. Left side, Wellington takes it over, fielded by Pauls. Walsh sets it. There's a shot by Ellen Weiss. One-hand save by Doherty. Into the net, and that's it into the 4. The Hornets take the lead of 8-2. 6-point advantage now for Richland Center. Pauls will serve. Pauls with a run up, and there is the line drive serve, fielded by Dodgeville. There's the set to the middle, and now popped over by McGraw. Walsh gives it back to Works. Allen gets it over. Ball saved near the side, back to the middle, popped over by Stavola. Here's Walsh setting up to the right side. Shot blocked by Allison Riley. Knocking over, trying to get the ball to J.C. Gander right up on the net, and the ball a little bit high. Perhaps that makes it 8-3. Serving will be number 8, Evidently, the ball player for Dodgeville. Line drive, net serve. It makes it over. Now it's fielded. Walsh gets it over. Here's Dodgeville taking a swing. Back row falls. Here's Gambit. Right side, Adeline Wirtz. Rainbows it over. Fielded there by Johnson. Back to the middle. Wellington rides it over. Hornets pop it up. That one here. The out of bounds line. Dodgeville sets it near side. Taking the shot again is McGraw. That's right. So McGraw makes it an 8-4 ball game. And Dodgeville will keep the serve. Doherty to do the honors. Here's the serve. Fielded, back row by Razik. And now a pass. Weiss gets it over. Wellington keeps it going. Back row now to the front left. Johnson drives it over. Here's Razik with a nice dig. Wall sets it upwards. Shot into the net. And that's 4 hits. And only 8-5. Dodgeville walking back into this one, trailing by 3. Here's the whistle. And the next serve. Fielded by Razik. Here's Wall setting it left side. Adeline Wirtz takes it over. Tip by Dodgeville. And Razik. And she's the freshman champ coming in. Student section getting into it tonight. 9-5 score. Hornets by 4. There's the serve. Doherty to Stavola. Left side right here. There's Johnson. And out of bounds. Dodgeville missed the line. The Hornets get the win by 5. It is 10-5. Back to serve. Hornets. Colstead with a serve. Fielded now on the near side by Dodgeville. Back to the middle line to Rosen. And that one is out of bounds. Hornets by 6. 11-5 in the second. Aubrey Colstead with a whistle. Colstead with a line drive serve. Back row fielded now by Dodgeville. Left side shot by Johnson. Ball blocked by the Hornets. Slapped in by Wellington. And the Hornets. Wellington having a big match tonight. That makes it 11-6. Serving for Dodgeville. In to do the honors is number 2, Emily Riley. Hornets by 5. Dodgeville on the opener, 25-20. Here's the serve. Popped up by Wirtz. Colstead near side, tapping it over is Taylor Wirtz. Now Wellington in the middle, drives it over again to the Hornets. Raise it. Colstead. Weiss drives it over. That one is very close. And that makes It's an 11-7 4-point edge for the Richland Center Hornets, but Dodgeville is back in the swing. Emily Riley will serve. Fires this one far side, fielded by Pauls. Kolstad to Weinstedt when it's going to be tapped back by Johnson. Now the Hornets get it over on a hit. So the Hornets will point. Develop again by 12-7. Richland Center in the lead. Serving will be Tatum Raising. Tatum line drive serve. Fielded far side here by Brady. Maintained the the second pass was very low, and they couldn't work with it. They're going to take a timeout. 13-7. Richland Center, Dodgeville timeout. Dodgers won the opener. Hornets up by 6 in the second. Here on WRCO.com. Welcome back to the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse on a homecoming Tuesday night. The Hornets off to a nice lead in this one. Phil Lee flip phone. River Valley up on Prairie du Chien, 2-0. Hillsborough 1-0 on Bangor, and Belleville leads Wisconsin Heights by a set. Dodgeville won the opener. Hornets lead the second, 13-7. And the serve by Razek, fielded by Dodgeville. Stadola gets the set, taking a swing. Wellington. That makes it 13-8. And the Hornets give up the serve. Sounds like the bonfire is going to return this year to Richland Center High School homecoming. That's on Thursday night. There's the serve by Wellington. Fielded by Wirtz. Back to the near side and punched over by Clements and blocked by Dodgeville. Pushed back by Clements. Dodgeville on the net trying to get the first one. It's going to be blocked down by Edwards. Wirtz hanging up there and got it past the block to make it 14-8. And she will serve. So Adeline with a jump serve. Far side, nice dig there by the Dodgers, and they'll work it for the left. Ash throws it in. Ash got it down. It makes it 14-9. As Caitlin gets into the act a little bit. Addison Riley back in the front left for Dodgeville. Here's the serve. Fielded by Razek. There's Wirtz. And Paul shot blocked by Dodgeville. There it goes. Caitlin Ash pulling the wall, and that makes it 14-10. Serving will be Jenna Johnson again. Dodgeville within 4 of the Hornets. There's a serve. Wirtz got a hand out, and Simpson with it. Razek can't quite get it. The Huntington goes way beyond the out-of-bounds line and back to the back wall. That makes it 14-11. Dodgeville within 3 in the second. Johnson with the approach, line drive serve, a short one played by Clements. Olstead right side taking a shot. Pauls got it through the block. Danica Pauls makes it 15-11. In the contest is J.C. Gander and Rainey Walsh. Rainey will serve the ball. 15-11 score here in the second. Hornets by 4. Here's the serve. Fielded now in the back row by Riley. Back to the middle. Taken over. Nice hit by Esch. Good dig by Razek. Back to the other side. Pauls takes a shot. Down the lane. Danica Pauls takes the angle. Gets that her warmed up. She's got 2 in a row now. And RC leads by 5. 16-11. And there's the serve. And that one's going to way out of bounds. Service error, and the Hornets give up the serve to Dodgeville. Richland Center back in front by 4. Substitute in the front left is Marley McGraw for Dodgeville, and Kylie Stadola will serve. There's the serve. Cut off now the near side by the Dodgers. Set by Walsh. Back to Pauls. Takes it over. And that is prime time. Hornets lead by 5. Danica Pauls getting the swing and getting down. Hornets rotate around. Back in the lead by 5 in the second. There's the serve. Played now by Dodgeville. That one near the net, and they can't make the connection with hit number 2. And the Hornets go up by 6, 18-12. RC trying to even up the sets. Here's the serve. That one to the back row, and Dodgeville can't play it. That's going to kill it. Now it's an ace, 19-12. And Dodgeville will use another timeout. Their second of the set. Hornets lead it by 7, 19-12 in the second. Dodgeville won the opener. You're listening to high school volleyball from WRCO Sports. Thanks to our sponsors of action tonight on WRCO Radio. Thanks to all of the Richland Center Athletic Booster Club members as well, putting together a really nice program here for homecoming festivities at Richland Center. Back to action. Hornets by 7, 19-12 in the second. Here's a set. Dodgeville in the middle, taking it over, and Hornets good. Nice recovery there. Hornets the Pauls in the back in business. Now taking a swing again. Dodgeville. It's going down. On a hit by Caitlin Esch, and that makes it 19-13. Hornets went 5 with Dodgeville. The first time approaching about a month ago. Dodgeville up by the end of the match, 1-0, and this set is going to be popped to the left side by the Hornets. It was right on the arrow. Looked like it was going to drop in for an ace. The Hornets waited and then made the play, but it was a little bit too late and the ball cleared out of bounds. That makes it 19-14. Dodgeville within 5. And Caitlin Esch with the approach, lines it back row. Popped up now by Razek. Pauls centers it, and Walsh gets it over. Back row, Doherty. Cadola on the left side. Here's Riley, and through the wall. And down it goes. And it looks like, yeah, that's going to be a point. That'll make it 19-15. Hornets may have tipped it, and then it looked like it may have landed in bounds. I couldn't quite see, but it's a point for Dodgeville anyway. Here's the serve. Walsh sets it up. Weiss down the line. Got it in. Oh, beautiful shot. Pulled it right down the line, and Helen Weiss gets the Hornets back in business. 20-15 the score. And Richland Center will serve again. They're leading by 5. They're within 5 of going out here in the second. Danica Pauls with the jump serve. And Dodgeville gets under it. The ball passed to the left side. Here's Wellington taking a swing. And got it in. Nice play, Dodgeville. Now a 4-point set, 20-16. Both teams trying to build some consistency down the stretch in this one. Hornets trying to win it. Dodgeville has to come back. Doherty with a serve. Fielded now by Pauls. Wall sets it up. Weiss takes a swing. Back low. Got it in. 21-16, I should say. And that'll make it a 5-point lead again for the Hornets. Checking back in is Tina Wirtz. Back row is Aubrey Kolstad. Aubrey will serve. Here's the run-up and the line drive serve. Fielded by the Dodgers. There's the set in the middle. Wellington takes a swing. It is out of bounds. Dodgeville missed. And RC goes up by 6. 22-16 in the second. They're within 3 of going out. Kolstad with a right side. And next is King Clark making over the net. And Dodgeville gets the side out. 22-17. Richland Center by 5. Emily Riley comes in to serve. Hornets in serve receive mode here in the second. Riley with a serve. Pauls, nice dig. Now the ball back to the middle from Colstead, and now driven over by Pauls. Dodgeville works it to the right, and Wellington drives it in. 22-18. Dodgeville hanging tough. Wellington gets another kill, and serving will be Emily Riley once again. Riley places it in the middle, raises pass, low, and the Hornets pop it over, and it landed just on the line, and wow, that was really close. Landed on the line, and the line judge says that he did not see it. And let's see, I think they're going to maybe see it. They're going to give a point to Dodgeville. It was very close on the line. We had a pretty good vantage point. 22-19. Dodgeville will serve. That one is right out of bounds and a half to the point. 23-19. Into the contest is Anna Prince. Off the serve is Tatum Mesa. Tatum will serve. Hornets in serve receive mode. Tatum's serve. Fielded by Doherty. Dodgeville works it left side. Popping it over is Johnson. Olstead sets it up, and Wirtz gets it over. And Dodgeville passes it left side, popped over by Johnson. Hits, and there's a lip violation on the Dodgers. Hornets have game point in the second. 24-19. So serving will be the Hornets. Razik puts a charge into it. Dodgeville with the send left side. Wellington takes it over. Falls on the left side. Colstead. And now popped over by Clemens. Fielded by the Dodgers. Back to the left side. And then popped over by Johnson. Back row pause. There's the set. And for the win. Clemens getting it in. And the judges say Clemens thought it was tipped. Now the line judge is coming in, and he says it was tipped. And the Hornets will win the set, I believe. Yes, that's game 5. 25-19, the final score. Hornets win by 6, and we're not surprised. The Hornets have a track record of going multiple sets, and of course, after having lost the first one tonight, they needed to go multiple sets. We're even at 1, and we'll play this third coming up here in just a little bit. The Airline and Transportation High School Sports Update is next as well. Dodgeville won the opener 25-20. Hornets win the second 25-19. High school volleyball tonight from Varsity Sports. Here's a look at stats from the second set. A win by Richland Center, 25-19. 4 kills for Danica Pauls, 2 kills for Ellaby Weiss, 3 aces for Ella Clements. Dodgeville was led by Addison Riley with 3 kills. Caitlin Ash had 3 kills and a block, and Anna Wellington had 3 kills. So the Hornets took the lead in that second, and even though they built a sizable, solid lead, they still had to paddle right down to the end to get over the top. And now we go to set number 3. First serve belongs to Dodgeville. And here he is. We're underway. And it's an ace. Very nice start. Wellington nothing. As that one by Stanola makes it all the way to the floor in the back row. And the ball is chased down. We'll be on hand for high school football on Friday night as Richland Center hosts Dodgeville. Look forward to a good ball game Friday night at 7. Here's the serve by the Dodgers. Again, diving good. 3 ball over by Woods. Played by Dodgeville. Stanola on the right side. Riley takes a shot. Good by Woods. Rainey Walsh centers it. And then punched over the top by Woods. And that one is out of bounds. On the Hornets side, got to make it 2-0 Dodgeville in the third. Stanola will get the whistle. Takes a few steps, and there is the serve. Cut off by Gander. There's the set. Shot by Pauls to the rim. Nice. And a soft spot in the middle and makes it go. Hornets are on the board. 2-1. Back to serve. Ella Clements. Here comes her serve. Yeah, big second set. Dodgeville with the dig. Now the pass to the right side. There's the hit by the ground. Blocked back by Weiss. Tried again. Dodgeville back to that row. Adeline Wirtz. Left side Walsh, and Pauls punches it over. Saved by Riley. She gets it right back. There's the hit down the line. It's tipped by the Hornets, and down it goes. And it's a point for Dodgeville. Addison Riley getting into the act with a couple of shots, and the last one went. Anna Wellington returns to the lineup for the Dodgers, and Caitlin Ash will serve. Ash with a line drive serve. Oh, nice dig by Razek. Walsh backs up. Pauls takes it over. Back row, there's Dodgeville getting the set, and now Wellington dumps it over, kept live by Gander, punched over by Pauls. Here's Dodgeville setting it again. Riley takes a shot, and out of bounds, blocked by the Hornets, and it'll be a Dodgeville point. Hornets got the block, but couldn't control it, and that makes it 4-1 here in the third. Dodgeville with the approach. Played in the back row by the Hornets. Pass to the left side, Weiss softly over, and down it goes. Again, they found an opening in the middle of that Dodgeville lineup, and they cut the lead in half. It is 4-2. Hornets have gone 5 sets. 3 times in the conference. They've only had 2 that were sweeps. There's the serve, up there is out of bounds. Hornets give it right back to Dodgeville. And it is 5-2. We talked to Jamie Johnson before the match. We were just sitting down and chatting beforehand and talking about how they've had some marathons this year. Here comes the approach and the serve by Doherty, fielded by Pauls, and the Hornets get by the kill for hit number 2, and the Dodgers take a 4-point lead. It is 6-2. RC swept the opener with the match against Prairie du Chien that we called. Here's the serve by Dodgeville, fielded by Razek. Now it's going to be Rainey Walsh getting it back, and Weiss drives it over. Dodgeville works it back in the middle. Wellington gets it over. Blocked by Walsh. Back to the Rangers. They will set it up front left. The ball hangs in the net. J.C. Gander makes a nice play. J.C. Gander gets the Hornets the serve. 6-3. Richland Center went 5 with Dodgeville and 5 against Cotteville. They went 5 against River Valley. Here's the serve. Fielded back row by Dodgeville. There's the set by Stanola. Wellington gets it on with a big kill. 7-3 the score. Hornets also went 4 against Lancaster. And then they went 3, defeated Prairie in 3. So again, pretty good track record of going more than 3 sets this year. Hornets try to work it on the serve by Dodgeville. They're going to be called for a net line violation, and all of a sudden Dodgeville leads by 5 points. It is 8-3. Emily Riley is serving. Here's the serve. Fielded by Ellen Wirtz. Now it's going to be Kolstad back to Pauls for the back row attack. Drives it over the back row of Dodgeville. Esch, Stadola, then Johnson drives it high into the ground. It is 8-4. Either team, and we talk about that in the 5-set matches. It means everybody's even. And then coaches will tell you we don't have that ability to put somebody away. You get 3 or 4 set run, and then you give up 2 or 3 points. Here's a set on the right side. The ball is going to be put in by Wellington. Billy Woods keep that live, and Lisa gets it over. Here's the set. Bonaventure Stadola gives it back to Wellington. Takes it on the line and down there. 9-4. On the hit. And a timeout for one of the players to tie the shoelace. Good to see a lot of stars here tonight. Bill Twining is here. Amy showed me a picture of Bill in the 70s with a white belt, white shoes, plaid pants, sideburns. Got to get that one posted somewhere. Then it's a call for a lift on the serve by Dodgeville, and it makes it a 10-4 stall and a timeout by Richland Center. Dodgeville by 6 in the third. This is high school volleyball from WRCO and WRCO.com. Timeout is ending here. Dodgeville leading more in the third, 10-4. And it kind of looks like the first one. Again, it's amazing how these sets are similar. Dodgeville winning the opener and then led pretty much throughout. They are leading in this one. And the Hornets, after giving up an ace on the opening serve, have not really been able to kind of get back in step. Here's the serve by Wellington. Done by Pauls. There's the set on the left side, and Clements gets it over. One-hand save. Oh, nice getting it over there by Emily Riley. Hornets take it again. That time, Clements got it down. 10-5. Hornets back in business. On a hit by Ella Clements. Kara Hazel returns to the Dodgeville lineup. River Valley has swept Prairie du Chien tonight, 3-0. Hillsboro 2-0 winners over Bangor so far. Wisconsinites and Belleville tied at 1 apiece. Here's the serve, dug by Doherty. There is the set. Shot is going to be blocked by the Hornets down the bounds. Blocked by the line judge. Pulled a nice bit of charge into one. And the Dodgers gained their point right back and get by 6. 11-5 in the third. Here's the serve by Johnson. Fielded by Razik. There's the set by Kolstad. Pauls takes it over the wall. Lift is called on Dodgeville. That'll make it 11-6 down at the Pauls. Started that with a good shot from the left side. J.C. Gander returns to the front row for Richland Center. And Rainey Walsh, back row. She will serve and get back to her setting duties. Here comes the serve. Fielded by the Dodgers. Stadola with a set and taking a shot, getting it down. He's also 12-6. Dodgeville in the lead. In the lineup is Marley McGraw for the Dodgers in the front left. And the serve for the Dodgers, Kylie Stadola. Stadola gets the whistle. And here it is. Played by the Hornets. Pauls keeps it live. Walsh goes right back to the NFL. And she hits a seed. And down the back line. Hornets get a point back. And 5-12-7. They score. Pauls with 2 kills here in the third. Back to serve will be number 21, Ella Clements. Clements with a run up. The serve on the far side, played by Doherty. There's the set, and Dodgeville takes a swing back row. Clements on the corner. Nice step, Clements find it, and it's going to drop in, and it'll make it 13-7. 6-point advantage now for Dodgeville again. Wellington back in the front left, and Caitlin Esch will serve for Dodgeville. Hornets in serve receive mode. Raise it in the middle of the back row. The libero player. Here's the serve. That one drops in. It was a net serve, and one of those almost impossible to make the play. That goes as an ace, and that makes it 14-7. Serving again, Dodgeville up by 7. There's the serve. Fielded now by Razek. Walsh. The Balls takes a shot. Now it goes. Danica, he's got the eye tonight. Makes it 14-8. And she will serve. Starts all the way to the far side. Here's the approach and the line drive serve. Fielded by the Dodgers. Quick set on the inside. Wellington pops it over and down the line out of bounds. Hornets gain a second point in a row. 14-9. Balls will serve. Here's the run up in the line drive serve. Cut off by Wellington. Doherty on the right side and topped over by McGraw. Balls to Walsh to Weiss. Kennedy drives it onto the far side. Dodgeville called for a net violation. And the Hornets are within 4. 14-10 in the third. Serving is Danica Pauls. Danica with a line drive serve. That's Wellington getting the dig. Ball played now by Riley. Back to the left side and popped over by Wellington. Quick set for Weiss. Emily drives it to that side. Played by Spadona. Now Doherty, right side, taking it as McGraw. Fielded by Pauls. Walsh. And over the top and down for the Hornets. 14-11. Hornets within 3. The Hornets getting into the arc, got a nice ball and took it in, and the Hornets will start. Pauls now moves all the way to the near side and will serve. Line drive, ace! In the back row, 14-12, and all of a sudden the Hornets have the momentum. Set is even, match is even at 1 apiece, and here in the third set, Dodgeville leads by 2, 14-12. Danica Pauls with a serve. Again, a low one. Going to be fielded by Doherty. Kept live now. Wellington gets it over. Weiss keeps it going. Walsh back to Elodie. She drives it to the back row. Fielded by Dodgeville. They'll get it to Wellington in the middle. She hands it in. Oh, nice play by Walsh. Keeps it going. Back to Dodgeville on the left side. And Doherty's hitting the free kick. And just like that, the Hornets have thrown back into it. 14-13 in the third. Beautiful dig there by Rainey Walsh, and the Hornets are within 1. The match is even at 1, and Dodgeville leads the third, 14-13 on WRCO, WRCO.com. The Hornets have stormed all the way back into this one, 14-13 in the third. Danica Pauls with the approach and the serve. That one drops near side. Dodgeville keeps it going with a swing. Ties the score. Dodgeville with a save. And the ball caught up on the net. And there's Elodie to make it a 14-14 score. So Richland Center back in business. Here's the serve. Ball for Dodgeville on the right side. Back to the middle, taking a swing. It's out of bounds for Allison Riley. And all of a sudden, the Hornets lead it 15-14 here in the third. Danica Pauls will serve the ball. Moves again to the far side. Man, she's been on a roll here with the serves. Here's the approach of the line drive serve, fielded by Dodgeville. Quick set to the middle. They'll take a swing over the top outside, fielded by the Hornets. Cut wide, Weiss drops it over. Hornets can do no wrong. Weiss makes it 16-14. They're up by 2. Richland Center has scored 9 points in a row. Here's the serve. Fielded on the near side by the Dodgers. Back to the back row. Shot is in the net. Pass for a hit. And the Hornets up by 3 at 17-14. Richland Center trails 14-7, and they now have scored 10 in a row. Paul's serving all the while. Here's the serve. Fielded near side by the Dodgers. Pushed over the head. The 2 and get it. They get it back, and they finally turn the tide on the Hornets. And a quick set by Stavola, who makes it 17-15. Side out Dodgers. Emma Doherty will serve. RC by 2. There's the serve. Ball to the left side for the Hornets, and then Gander takes a swing. Nice play. Checked by the Dodgers at the last moment. They went on anyway. 18-15. Into the game is Aubrey Kolstad, and Taylor Works checks in as well. And Kolstad will serve. Here's the approach, and the line drive serve on the far side, fielded by Wellington. There's the set, and then punching it over is McGraw. Cut line by the Hornets, and Kolstad gets it over. Now with a set left side, taking a swing. A swing and a miss for Jenna Johnson, and the Hornets go again. Back in the lead by 4 points. 19-15. Richland Center by 4 here down the wire in this one. Here comes the serve by Kolstad. Doherty fields it. Stavola back to the middle. There's the shot by Wellington. Tipped by Weiss. Back to the left side. Works. And punched over by Taylor Works. Here's the set. To the middle. Wellington takes it over. Nice dig by Rosa. Here's Kolstad to Weiss. Weiss stops. Number to 15. Taylor Weiss. Having time here tonight. Dodgeville has swept Lancaster 3-0. That's a final in the Philly football. Hornets up by 5 in the third, and there's another Dodgeville timeout. We'll be back with more in a moment from WRCO and WRCO.com. Welcome back to the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse. I did get a little bit of a nap today. I'm kind of expecting this one to go late. It did start fairly early for matches, but we've had some really competitive sets. The Hornets trying to take the match lead 2-1 if they can get over the top. They lead by 5, they're within 5 and going up. Kolstad with a serve, leading by the Dodgers. There's the set on the near side, taking over the left hand. Getting it over there, and they're pushed back by the Hornets again on the far side. And hitting it out on the hit ball. The Hornets go up by 6. 21-15. Richland Center within 4 going out in the third. Here's Kolstad with a serve. Played by Dodgeville. They hang it up on the net, and Rice goes to last time, and Rice knocks it over. Dodgeville, he can't hang around with the ball at the top of the net when Ellerby is in the front middle, and she gets another nice touch. 21-15 the score. Kolstad will serve, and it's a 22-15 7-point lead for Richland Center. Kolstad serve, Doherty, Stavola back to the right side, taking a shot. Here's McGraw, and it is out of bounds. Let's go up 23-15. What a finish here. In this third, they've got 2 more points to officially finish. Kolstad with a serve. Back row Dodgeville. Here's the set. Doherty gets it over on hit number 3. Raise it to Kolstad. Weiss for the kill, and it's on the bounds. 23-16. Dodgeville with a side out. Into the lineup for Dodgeville, Emily Riley, number 2. Back row specialist. And she will get the ball. 23-16 Hornets. There's the serve. Fielded by Pauls. And then the Hornets going to play the killing off the net. It is 23-17. One of the things Jamie Johnson talked about, he said when the team gets to 22 or 23, he said it's never a sure win. He said we have trouble sometimes putting teams away, kind of a sign of a young team. Back to the left side, Works, drops it over. And now the fielding by Dodgeville to the right side, bumped over by Johnson. Back row pulls. There's the set. Wirtz takes it over. Fielded now by Esch. She gets it back to the back row and pops it over, and fielded now by the Hornets, and the top play the field after that. That'll make it 23-18, and look out, here come the Dodgers in set number 3. Emily Riley will serve. Riley with the approach. Far side, fielded now by Wirtz. Back to Colstead. Nice shot blocked by Esch, and there it is. 23-19. Here come the Dodgers. Yeah, it doesn't come easy in volleyball, that's for sure. Here's a serve by Dodgeville. Balls pops it up. Colstead back to her. Danica from the back row drives it over. Wellington. Now she'll get over on hit number 3 from Potterton. Ball to the left side, shot by Ellen Wirtz. Fielded now by Dodgeville. They keep it going for the back row. And bumped over by Esch. Back row Hornets. There's the set on the left side. Wirtz takes it back. The Hornets have game point. Taylor Wirtz makes it 24-19. Game point. Richland Center. Tatum lays it. Will serve. Here's the serve. Fielded by Doherty. And there's the set pass to Ola. Dodgeville takes it in. And Wellington with a kill. Makes it 24-20. Dodgeville side out. Hornets still with game point here in the third. Trying to take a 2-1 lead in the match. Back it goes to Wellington. Jen Quiets with her serve. Line drive. Nice fielding. Nice dig there by Pauls. Back to the middle. Wirtz knocks it over. And this one lands for the Hornets. 25-20. Taylor Wirtz with a couple of strong plays in the middle there at the end. And the Hornets take a 2-1 lead in the match. We're going to the fourth at least. Coming up. Hornets 2, Dodgeville 1 in Southwest Conference Volleyball from WRCO Sports. Well, the third set is over. The Hornets win it by a score of 25-20. Melody Weiss with a total of 4 kills. Danica Pauls with 3. And for Dodgeville, they're led by a kill and an ace from Caitlin Esch and a kill as well from Anna Wellington. Dodgeville wins the opener by a score of 25-20. The Hornets win 2 in a row. 25-19 and 25-20. And the Flames playing what? Doing a good job. The student section adorned in a little bit of everything here tonight, and some pajamas and some orange hats. It is poster night tonight as well. Following the match, the team will sign up some posters. Hornets get back. They're working from the right side for this set. Dodgeville to the left. As everyone catches their breath, and we get set to watch the beginning of set number 4. Both teams with a barrel player in. Raise it for the Hornets and Doherty for Dodgeville. All right, we're underway. Randy Walsh with a serve, fielded by Dodgeville. They keep it going for the back row, and it's started by Hazel. And out of bounds. Quickly, 1-0 lead. Hornets can end it in 4 with a win here. Dodgeville needs a win to push it to 5 this evening. Randy Walsh with a serve, fielded by the Dodgers. Down with 3 ball over and back and out of bounds. 2-0 Richland Center. Walsh and the Hornets getting a chance to serve it up again. There it is on the far side. It's an ace. 3-0. What a nice start for Randy Walsh and the Hornets. She gets an ace right there. 3-0 in the 4th. There's the serve. Dying quickly. It's going to be fielded by Hazer. Pushed back by Doherty. Bumped over by Riley. Back row Hornets. Raise it. There's Walsh. And there's Felix. Felix makes it 3-0. Richland Center's been playing extremely well together since probably right at the end of that first set. They lost, and then they kind of came together, took a large lead in the second. Each time had to battle Dodgeville's advances. Here's the serve. Dodgeville working at the middle. Jumping over there is in. A little back kill by Caitlin Esch. And Dodgeville is on the board. So Esch gets Dodgeville to side it out. Serving for Dodgeville is Kylie Stadola. 4-1 Richland Center. There's the serve. Cut off by Pauls. Low, good. Well, Walsh makes it good. And Pauls punches it over. That makes it 4-2. Dodgeville within 2 in the 4th. Kylie Stadola will serve after getting the whistle. Here it is, line drive to the back row. Cut off there by Ellen Woods. Here's the side on the other side. J.C. Gander takes the angle, back row. That's Doherty. Dodgeville sets it up. Riley takes it over and finds the middle. Dodgeville win 4-3 on the kill by Addison Riley. And the Hornets are kind of back on their heels as Dodgeville gets on the attack. Stadola will serve. And there it is. Fielded out by Pauls. Right to the net. Walsh. There he can't get it. It's going to be blocked down by Dodgeville. Mallory McGraw waiting at the top of the net and ties the score at 4. So 4 straight for Dodgeville after 4 straight from Richland Center. Dodgeville will serve again. There it is. Back row. Fielded by Raisin. Here's Walsh hustling to get it. Back to Pauls. And Danica takes the window. Dropped it in. Nice set. Hornets take the lead. 5-4. Ella Clements is back to serve. Ella Weiss in the front row for the Richland Center Hornets. Trailing 5-4. There's the serve. Doherty's good. Turns into the sky. So the Hornets get the point. Looking for the ball. They got it. So the score is 6-4 Hornets. There's the serve. Doherty with a pass to the left side. And now taking the shot for Dodgeville. Trying for a violation. And that'll make it a 7-4 Richland Center lead in the 4th. Let's try to win it tonight in 4. Lead by 3. Long way to go. Clements with a save. Clements, man, that was a beautiful ace. Rolled it right over it. Found a spot where the right there was no return trip. Hornets by 4. Here comes the approach and line drive serve. Cut off by Dodgeville. The one shot pretty good. And Dodgeville is far down by 5. And they want to tie it up. 9-4. here in the fourth. Hornets lead the match 2-1. Trying to make it a happy homecoming Tuesday night. Hornets soccer team won earlier by a score of 1-0 over Dodge Point. This is high school volleyball coverage from WRCO Radio Sports. On the Filmy Flip Phone, sponsored by Y Connect Wireless. Royal has defeated New Lisbon 3-0. Platteville sweeps Lancaster, and River Valley sweeps Prairie du Chien. River Valley soccer team over Prairie du Chien Co-op. 2-1 the final score. Here we go, we're back to action. Clements with a serve. Dodgeville with a return. On the hit by Quick, and that makes it 9-5. Good timeout for Dodgeville. They come back and get the timeout. And the point. And so, serving will be Caitlin Esch. Hornets by 4 on the fourth. Esch with a serve. That's a tough one. It's an ace. That makes it 9-6. So Esch adds an ace to her resume. She's got 2 kills to go along with it here in the fourth. Hornets by 3. Here's the serve. Plays it. Back it goes to left side, and Weiss takes it down the line. Dodgeville plays it again in the middle. Now back to McGraw. Drives it over. Hornets keep it going. Punching hit number 3. We're going to call a line violation. And let's see. Both officials are going to talk it out, and it's going to go against Richland Center. 9-7 the score. Dodgeville within 2. Serving will be Caitlin Esch. Pull right down the middle. There's Razek with a big ball pass to the right side, and Pauls gets it over from Weiss. Here's the set. Back to the middle. Wellington drives it into the far side. Played by the Hornets. Weiss drops it back row. Dodgeville back to the front left, taking a shot into the left by Riley. And the Hornets go up 10-7. 3-point edge for Richland Center, and a side out for the Hornets. Riverdale celebrating homecoming this week, and Ithaca as well. Look forward to talking about some of their activities this week. There's a net serve by the Hornets, and that gives Dodgeville a serve, and they're back in business. It is 10-8. Seneca 3-0 over Ithaca, the first match earlier tonight in the quad at DeSoto. Volleyball action. Doherty with a serve. Fielded down by Razek. Here's Walsh passing left side, and Alan Wirtz takes it over. Hornets lead it 11-8. Back into the lineup is Kolstad. And then also Taylor Wirtz. Boy, Taylor had a really good finish in the previous set in the front row. 3-point lead for the Hornets in the fourth. Kolstad with a serve. Ball in the back row, fielded by the Dodgers. They'll set it up for a shot by Johnson. Got it over, tipped by the Hornets, played by Kolstad. Punched over by Wirtz. Wellington, and then Sedova gives it right back to her. There's a shot over the net. Actually into the net, and it locked over and down on the Hornets side. That makes it 11-9. Hornets by 2 in a tight fourth set. Here, if it's Richland Center, goes home, and Dodgeville wins. It's another one. There's a serve. Oh, my goodness. Wirtz to Wirtz, and then pushed over by Weiss. Here's the set. Left side shot by Wellington. Comes on the Hornets, and in front of the Dodgers. Danica Pauls, and all of a sudden the Dodgers are within 1 point. Boy, there's some amazing saves there. Just tremendous concentration by these teams. Here comes the serve by Riley, fielded by Pauls from the back row. Colston gives it right back to her. Danica's shot. Played on the other side by Dodgeville. They'll set up. Taking over the shot is Johnson. Pauls, and now Kolstad, and Razek gets it over. Fielded by the Dodgers on the near side. They get it in, and a big hit by Al Wellington, who ties the score. 11 apiece here in the fourth. Getting back to the midway point of this one, and back to even. After the Hornets have built a pretty resume in this fourth set. There's the serve. Fielded by Poles. There's the set. Shot by Rice. And it goes on the 12-11. Ellery Weiss exits as Ella Clements comes back into the lineup. Weiss responsible for the last point. And serving will be senior Tatum Razik. Fielded down the near side by the Dodgers, and Wellington takes it over back row. There's Pauls. Set again by Clements, punched over by Wirtz. Set to the left side, shot by Johnson, played by the Hornets. Alan Wirtz back to Kolstad. Clements drops it over. Ball at the net, blocked by Taylor Wirtz. Back to the left side, shot by Johnson. Back row Hornets. Here's Razik. Kolstad balls for the back row. Tipped by Dodgeville. They'll play it in the middle. Wellington takes a swing, and the Hornets get a dig, but it turns into the stands, and we are tied. 12-12 here in the fourth. Hornets lead the match 2-1, but we are tied in the fourth. And the serve belongs to Anna Wellington. Next serve, and the Hornets get it right back. 13-12, Richland Center. Side out for the Hornets. Alan Wirtz gets the whistle from the near side, and here's the run up in the line drive serve to the far side. Fielded by Doherty. There's the swing, and down it goes. By Cash. Stanola with the assist, and we are tied again, 13 apiece. Serving for Dodgeville, number 9, Jenna Johnson. Jenna the approach, there's the line drive serve. Fielded by Alan Wirtz. Here's the set to the right side. Poles takes the hit. It just missed the back line, and Dodgeville takes a 14-13 lead in the fourth. Serving for the Dodgers will be number 9, Jenna Johnson. Jenna with a step up there is the serve. Back row, fielded by Adeline Wirtz. Back to the left side, now punched over by Razik. Back row, Dodgeville taking the set. Shot is up. Clements playing a little well, and we are tied at 14. Into the contest for Richland Center, J.C. Gander, number 20, number 22, Rainey Walsh heads to the back row and will serve. 14-14 in the fourth. Here's the serve. Line drive, nice play by Doherty, kept line by Dodgeville, bumped over by Esch. Here is Razik, Walsh, and Pauls. Down it goes. No stopping that one. 15-14, Richland Center. Time out for the ball to be retrieved. Incoming activities. Today they have the Powder Buff Volleyball. Powder Buff Volleyball. One of the homecoming activities. I wasn't here to broadcast that. Rainey Walsh with a serve. Just out of bounds. And we're tied again at 15. Into the lineup for Dodgeville, number 13, Marley McGraw. Kylie Stavola will serve. Stavola with a walk up. There's the serve. Cut off by Pauls. Ball played on the left side by Walsh. Back to Pauls. Drives it over. Here's Stavola on the left side. Now punching the field. And the Marley McGraw. And the Dodgers lead it 16-15. McGraw with a kill. This one going to come right down to the wire. Photo finish here in the fourth, perhaps. Saved by Dodgeville. It was long and out of bounds. A point for Richland Center, and they get the side on 16 apiece. Anna Weiss back in the front row for the Hornets. And Ella Clements will serve. Ball on the near side, Dodgeville feels it. They'll keep it going. The left side, here's McGraw getting it over. Nice save by Alan Wirtz. Pass by Walsh. And Pauls takes it over. No, it didn't go quite over the net. It drops on the Hornet side. And it's a point for the Dodgers. 17-16 in the fourth. Dodgeville needs 2 wins to win the match tonight. There's a serve. That one got in for Ace. And a lead by 2. 18-16 on the ace by Esch. She will try again. Dodgeville by 2 in the fourth. Astros a couple of times. Here's the approach for the line drive serve. Fielded now on the near side by the Hornets. Raise it. White. And now Pauls. bounds on the far side of that. And it's going to be a 3-point lead for Dodgeville. And the Hornets trying to get the mojo back to use a timeout. We're in the fourth. Hornets lead the match 2-1. Dodgeville leads the fourth, 19-16 on WRCL and WRCL.com. Welcome back to the Richland Center High School field house. Dodgeville has taken an edge in this one. Both teams were kind of back and forth, exchanging points. Hornets had built the early lead, and then since that time, Dodgeville catching up after a 9-4 home advantage, and now Dodgeville leads 19-16. And that save by the Dodgers is out of bounds. New life and momentum for the Hornets, 19-17 to score. Hornets scored 10 straight in that third set and eventually won the event. Danica Pauls is back to serve all the way from the front side and now drives it to the back. It's going to be Doherty, Stanola, and then the wrong line. Locked it into the net. Tried to softly tap it over on the Hornets side and missed. And the Hornets are within one in the fourth, 19-18. Pauls moves all the way to this side for the serve. And there it is. Takes the angle. Far side. Doherty plays it. Now punched over by Wellington. Raise it to Walsh. And now on the run, Adeline Wirtz drops it over. Fielded by Dodgeville. They'll get it to the right side. McGraw shot blocked by Rice. And pushed back by Wellington. Dodgeville leads 20-18. Dodgeville rotating around. Number 5, Anna Wellington in the front. And Emma Doherty will serve the Dodger libero player. There's the approach. Line drive fielded by Pauls. Set by Walsh. Near side, Alan Wood. Shot blocked by Dodgeville. Pauls from back line. Hits it into the net. Then Dodgeville leads by 3. 21-18 in the fourth. And the Dodgers, Doherty will take the serve. Here it is. Pauls passes to Walsh. Now Weiss takes it over. Stanola got a hand on it. Back to the middle. And now Wellington takes it over. And it's going to be down by the effort by J.C. Gill. Couldn't quite come up with it. And all of a sudden, Dodgeville is leading 22-18 by 4 points. RC uses its second timeout in this fourth set. Dodgeville 3 points away from pushing it to a fifth. And we'll be back with more in just a moment, where there really are some unique outfits here tonight. One of the students looking like he could look under the car and put my exhaust back on or something. Dressed up as a mechanic. I'm not sure what the theme is tonight. Just kind of dress up however you want to. I thought it was pajama day today. Maybe those are his pajamas. I don't know. 22-18 in the fourth on WRCL, WRCL.com. Dodgeville will serve. We're underway. Return by Weiss. Dodgeville sets it to the middle. Wellington takes it over and in. So Dodgeville takes a 5-point lead at 23-18. They're within 2 from pushing it into a fifth set here tonight. We would not be surprised in terms of the Hornets' track record. They have played a lot of 5s this year. It might be a school record. Here's the serve. Fielded by Pauls. Now they're set in the middle. Weiss takes a shot on the top. Got it. 23-19. Weiss. That's the Hornets back in business. Into the game for Richland Center will be Aubrey Kolstad and Taylor Wirtz. Hornets need a big finish if they're going to end this one in 4. Olstead starts. Now into the jump serve. Fielded by Dodgeville. Set to the middle and then taking it over and down by tip by General Johnson. And it's game point. 24-19. Dodgeville in the lead, and they will serve for the win. Coming in will be Emily Riley, number 2. Riley to retrieve the ball. And now we'll head to the back line. 24-19 in favor of the Dodgers. There's the serve. Good save. The Hornets go back. 24-20. 4-point set. Still game point for the Dodgers. No room for error for Richland Center. Tatum raise it. Brings it all the way to the near side. And here's the approach on the serve. Fielded by Doherty. Pass by Stanola. And then Wellington gets it over. Back row played by the Hornets. Here's the set in the middle. And that's going to be Ellen Wirtz taking it over. Cut off now by Riley. Pushed back to the middle. Wellington gets it over. And it's if I were a betting man, I would have bet we'd go far tonight. And here we are. Dodgeville wins at 25-20 to even it up after the Hornets had won 2 in a row. The best of 15 is coming up here on WRCO. We'll add up some totals and summaries from set number 4 and have the very final match or set to 15. My guess it might be a 2 or 3 point set at the end, the way this one has gone tonight. Dodgeville wins the 4th, 25-20. This is high school volleyball from WRCO Radio Sports. Well, looking at some stats in the 4th set tonight, Dodgeville gets over the top with 3 kills and an ace from Caitlin Esch. For Richland Center, 2 kills from Danica Pauls, 2 kills from Elodie Weiss, an ace from Rayleigh Walsh, and an ace from Ella Clemens. Dodgeville with some balanced attack there. The Hornets into some errors, and they were able to get on the top. Wellington again with a couple of key kills. It looks like she had 2 kills tonight for Dodgeville. So anyway, we're going to the 5th, and Dodgeville on for this one, the 5th. And the final will tail here tonight. The Hornets are on the left side, Dodgeville on the right. Make sure to join us for the post-match show. Sponsored on WRCO by Gillette Plumbing and Heating, offering 24/7 service, reasonable rates, and guarantee the job will be done right. Well, as the last couple have proven, doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. And that's been the case. Here we go. Dodgeville didn't start the fourth very well, but they finished strong. There's the serve. Set to the left side. Pauls takes it over. Played by Dodgeville. And now they'll punch it to the left side and drive it over on the hit by Riley. There's Raise It. Now they're set by Wells. Blocked by Dodgeville. Back to the house. Nice play, Pauls. Here we go. There's the set by Dodgeville. And they're driving it in. Take the rush. Makes it a 1-0 score as Dodgeville takes the lead for this best of 15 in the fifth set. Riley Stadola will serve for Dodgeville. Stadola's serve, fielded now by the Hornets. Set on the left side, Pauls takes it over the wall. Down it goes, and we're even. One apiece in the fifth. Ella Clements will serve. That'll be Rice in the front left for Richland Center. Dodgeville in serve receive mode. Here's the serve. Fielded now by Gordy. Oh, just a lot of elevation, and the Dodgers can't go over and hit number 3. And the Hornets take a lead of 2-1. Show the serve for Richland Center again. Ella Clements fires it down the middle. Gordy. It's going to be an ace, and the Hornets take a 3-1 lead. Ella Clements lead the way for the Hornets, and in this fifth set, they lead by 2. Clements with a serve, again fielded by the Dodgers. Off the net, on the left side, ball blocked by Weinstein. Goes nice for the net violation for the Hornets. So now come back to the Dodgers. In the lineup will be Raise It, and it's 3-2. Side out Dodgeville. Dodgers bring back Anna Wellington in the front left. And Esch with the serve, fielded by Raise It. There's Walsh setting up. Pauls takes it over. Cut off by Dodgeville, and now back to Wellington in the middle. 2-1 it in. Oh, nice play by Walsh. Keeps it going. Weiss and Pauls drive it over. Dodgeville's Wellington gets it over. Here's Alan Wirtz. Here's the ball up on the net. Blocked back by McGraw. Back to the left side. Pauls takes it over. To the block for Dodgeville. That's 4-2 leaders here in the fifth. Time for the ball to be retrieved. And the Hornets will serve. Danica Pauls will be the honors. Ball starting over the left side. Dodgeville in serve receive mode. Here's the approach and the line drive serve. Fielded by the Dodgers. Sedona, the left side, Wellington to the kill. Wellington 4-3 on the Dodgeville kill by Wellington. Time out for the ball to be tracked down again. And the Hornets back in serve receive mode here tonight. Serving will be Dodgeville's Emma Gordy. Emma with the approach, 4-3 Hornets. Fielded by Pauls. There's Walsh, left side, Weiss takes it over. And the Hornets lead by 2. 5-3. Timeout taken. Let's see, no. I thought they were motioning to the bench, but it's just substitution time in the rotation. Holstead is in the back row for the Hornets to serve. And Taylor works in the front left. And here we go. On the approach and the serve by the Hornets. Fielded by Dodgeville. Back to the middle. Wellington takes it over. Kept live on Ivy. Good there by the Hornets. Works back to Pauls. Back row got it over. Here's Dodgeville trying from the near side. Taking a shot. Nice play by Johnson. Oh, good dig by Colston. Raise it, and now Pauls gets it over. Dodgeville tries again. There's a shot. Hornets lead 6-3. RC by 3 is best for first to 15. Here's Colstead serve. Right side played by Wellington. There's a quick shot over the top of the play. Highly still with a setter. Gets a point for Dodgeville, and that makes it 6-4 as she took it over and hit number 2. Serving will be Emily Riley for the Dodgers. Hornets by 2 in the fifth. Riley with a serve. Diving good on the side of the net. Riley works down to get something on it. Couldn't get a lot of elevation. And all of a sudden, Dodgeville is back to the point. 6-5. Neither team able to get a lot of distance or feel secure with the lead here tonight. There's the serve. Allen works back to the near side. Rice drives it over. Dodgeville works it from its back row. Esch drives it back to the Hornets. Pauls, Colstead, 10 Hornets. 7-5 on the kill by Terrell. Hornets rotate around, and the serve belongs to Tatum Razek. Dodgeville serve received on Hornets by 2 in the 5th. Here's the serve. Fielded now by the Dodgers. They'll set up for a shot. Points on the attempt by Wellington. And Dodgeville will get a timeout. 8-5 in favor of the Hornets here in the 5th. Sets are even at 2 apiece. We'll be right back with more of the 5th in a moment from WRCO Sports. In favor of the Hornets here in the 5th and final set. Thanks for joining us on WRCO FM and Richland Center. Jeremy Whittier just passed the line across the aisle into the 5th set. Luckily we started early tonight. Serving on the far side will be Richland Center's Tatum Razek. Here's her serve. Nice play in the middle, and Dodgeville comes for the left and hit number 2 and the Hornets lead by 4. 9-5 here in the 5th. Hornets have been putting in some good serves, just putting it in play. Not really on the attack. Here's the next one. That one on the right side, fielded now by the Dodgers. Back in the middle, and then driving over. And the Dodgers bring up Johnson. And the Hornets lead by 5 at 10-5. The ball will be retrieved, and the Hornets Tatum Razek will try to keep the momentum going here. Hornets lead by 5 within 5 of going out. There's the serve by Razek, cut off by Doherty. Stadola on the left side, taking it over. Nice stop by Collins, but it carries into the stands, and Dodgeville has a point. 10-6. Over the serve. Hannah Wellington gets the ball back in the back row. And a couple of dribbles. And here we go. Line drive serve. Played in the back row by the Hornets to the left side. Shot is over the top by Clements. Fielded by the Dodgers, back to the middle, and then back over in time by Jenna Johnson. Back row, Hornets, Pauls, and Wirtz salvages it on hit number 3. Dodgeville again in the middle. Punching it deep back row was Esch. Pauls, Colstead, Taylor Wirtz. Near side, Dodgeville, keeping it going. Here's Johnson getting it over. Back row, Hornets. Pauls to Colstead. Clements tops it over. Hornets lead 11-6. Great teamwork there. Reynolds gets a kill to go along with a kill and an ace here in this 5th set. And Allen Wirtz serves. Fielded now by Dodgeville. They'll keep it going to the right side. Caitlin Esch drives it back row Hornets. There's Allen Wirtz. Colstead left side. Pauls takes it over, drives it over. Johnson fields for Dodgeville. From the back row, shot by Riley. Back row Hornets. Razek, Colstead to the left. Pauls drops it in. Played by Dodgeville again. Back to the middle, and then dropped over that time by Johnson. Here is Taylor Wirtz and Ella Clements. Back row Dodgeville. Here's their hit. And they'll pop it over on hit number 2 by Riley. Here is Colstead setting it. Taylor Wirtz. Taylor Wirtz. That makes it 12-6. Timeout Dodgeville. 12-6. Uses its timeout, second timeout. Hornets within 3 of going out. And they're hopeful to get a win here on homecoming night, but don't count Dodgeville out to the whole match. It's been this team getting up a big-size lead, this team making a run, and the Hornets just need 3, but those last 3 points seem to be quite difficult sometimes. More in a moment from WRCO Sports. center with a serve. Here comes the approach and the run-up and the serve by Adeline Wirtz. Fielded on the near side by Dodgeville, and back to the left, Caitlin Ash gets it over. Back row Hornets, here comes the set. Middle, Clemens drops it over. Nice fielding it now by Johnson, gets it right back. Punches it back row Hornets. There's Raise It, Kolstad, and Clemens drops it over. And Dodgeville free balls it back. Here is Kolstad, Taylor Wirtz, and then Pauls down the line. Great Valley, 13-6. Initially settled by 7 now, within 2 of going out in the 5th. Trying to avenge a 5-set loss at Dodgeville back in September. Here comes the serve by Adeline Wirtz. Pulls it through, and that is 14-6. Adeline Wirtz with a beating right between the back row. That makes it 14-6. She will try again now, and the Hornets would gain point. Adeline with a step up. Here is the serve. Near side fielded by Doherty. There's Thelma. Left side bump by the Hornets. Back to Clemens. Back row. Dodgeville they get over. Back row Hornets. Front row Kolstad. Left side post. Richland Center gets the win and improves to 5-2 in the Southwest Wisconsin Conference. Tonight's final, it is 3-2 and a 15-6 victory for Richland Center in the nightcap game. We'll be back with the first match next week on the Varsity Sports.